So what do you do when someone breaches a contract? So when someone breaches a contract, it's important to handle the situation systematically. And what I mean by that, here's some steps you can take. The first thing you should do is you need to review the contract. You just carefully examine the contract. You want to understand the specific terms and conditions that were breached. And then you identify what the nature of that breach is, whether it's a material breach, and that's one that significantly affects the contract, or it might be a minor breach. And we can, we handle these breach of contract cases all the time for our clients, and that's something we can walk through with you to determine how a material breach or a minor breach affects the outcome or what the party's rights are from that point. The second thing is just communicate with the breaching party. Is basically just reach out to them, ask them, to clearly and politely, if you will, at this stage, explain the breach. Provide them evidence if needed to discuss the issue. Just get into a dialogue, find out really what's behind that. Sometimes breaches occur due to, just misunderstandings or maybe even unintentional errors. So an open communication at this point in the process can really help resolve it amicably before the need for getting an attorney to litigate or having a court filing on it. So the third is just consider your options. So depending on the nature and the impact of the breach, you have several options. You can negotiate a resolution even if they breached it, and that you could proceed legally. You have the option to just negotiate a resolution. You might be able to come up with some kind of compromise or some kind of modification to the contract that addresses the breach and meets everybody's needs from there. Another option is you could request performance. If the breach is not severe or not a major breach, you might request the breaching party to fulfill their obligations as they had originally promised. Another option is to seek compensation. So if the breach caused you financial loss or maybe some other kind of damage, then you might want to consider seeking compensation or damages through negotiation. And now you're getting to the point where it may be legal action. And then you just definitely want to document everything. You want to keep thorough records of all communications, emails, agreements, in any attempts by you or the other party to resolve the breach, because this documentation is really going to be important if it does escalate to legal proceedings. And lastly, if it's far enough down the line you can't come to an agreement, you should seek legal advice sooner rather than later. So if it can't be resolved, you just need to consult with a legal professional. Our law firm's been handling breach of contract cases for 40 years now. We've seen pretty much every single variation of an oral contract, a written contract. We understand the nuances and the strategies really that our clients, whether it's a plaintiff or defendant, can use to navigate their positions, the best they can. So we provide guidance on your rights, your remedies, and whether or not it's appropriate for us to reach out to the opposing party, or if it's better just to go ahead and file suit right away. So those are the kind of things that we walk through with our clients. We also create and look at your contract to make sure it's got everything you need in there. Every time we sign a new client, we always look at what are they using? What are they using for their credit applications? Are there things that we can add on there at this time early in the process that are going to help them down the line? So there's countless times where we've given our suggestions on these contracts, and it really helps people down the line because we look at the contracts as they were written by somebody else. But having litigated just tens of thousands of contracts, We know exactly what to put in there under Georgia law, collection costs, attorney fee provisions, if it does go to a lawyer, so that if you're out a certain dollar amount, you can add the cost of the attorney fees on top. So really, our job would be to get you back everything and have the other party pay for the attorney fees. And that's a good option. And those are there are statutes available for that. Considering legal action, if there are other avenues that just can't be met, is, really a good idea there. And just reaching out to your attorney early on in the process is just the best thing to do.